Intervju RadioStudent.
This is a Handy Jandy interview.
Pozdravljeni v še enem terminu RS intervjuja, v katerem danes pred njegovim setom na dogodku v organizaciji kolektiva Space gostimo DJ-ja in producenta po imenu Jandy. Jandy je sicer doma iz Avstralije, bolj natančno iz Sydneyja. Kaj počne v Evropi, kako se je znašel na nocojšnjem rosterju, kakšno muziko izvaja in zakaj tako skrivnostno, pa v pogovoru, ki bo seveda potekal v angleščini. Jandy, welcome. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm great, actually.
Yeah?
What does your name mean?
Well, I'm Handy Jandy, but a bit of a more context. So my last name's Carpenter, and because like Handy Manny, I don't know if it's a cartoon, don't know if you know, but it's like he uses tools and stuff. So Carpenter, they use tools. So I was just like Jandy, just replace the M with and put J, Handy Jandy. So that's how that come about. I wish I lived in the Bunnings warehouse store, but unfortunately that's not the case. Looking for a
I've
sponsor,
seen a video
but,
of your crib.
Yeah, it's a good little house tour.
So what's in your toolbox?
That's secret. That's,
is it music? Is it?
Yeah, I mean it's all sorts of things.
Instruments?
It's instruments,
VSTs?
VSTs, bit of secret sauce I can't disclose too much about.
And a bit of love?
Yeah, always.
So, you're from Australia, right?
Yes.
But where do you live?
I live in Cologne, Germany at the moment because I play, like my actual job, I play football for a living. So that's my...
Which football club?
I played FC Hurt in Cologne, so it's like about 10 k's outside of Cologne.
Two of Slovenia's footballers played for Erste Köln.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mišo Brečko and Milivoje Novakovic. The second one was really a great striker, one of the legends of FC Cologne.
Yeah.
Maybe you could become a one also.
That's the end
You're
goal.
still in the youth? Or?
No, just last year started in open,
the pros?
Men's, yeah.
So how's it going? Which league are you playing?
I'm playing in the fifth division at the moment,
Okay.
but it's enough to make a living. But I'm trying to work my way up, so see what happens.
And you make trap music.
Yes, that's a funny story.
How did that come about?
Really started because I had a lot more free time on my hands because all I was doing was playing football at the time.
Okay.
And I was like, I used to listen to a lot of music, and I was like, damn, instead of just consuming, I'll start creating stuff. So that's the idea.
What did you consume? I mean,
like I was just like always listening to music but not making anything.
Okay.
And I was like, just like try and start making something instead of just like taking in everything and not actually doing anything useful.
Were you brought up on old school or?
Yeah, like a lot of 80s. My mum was like into 80s a lot and stuff. And
how about hip hop?
like zero hip hop. Yeah.
And how did you come to trap?
On SoundCloud, like I was into the underground scene for a while, for like a couple, maybe like 2-3 years ago, and I just always used to listen to all the people on there that like sort of gave me inspiration to start in the first place. But yeah. That was sort of how I got into it. Was just listening to people that I was like, damn, that's cool.
Do you like to include all your influences? In
like
your
influence, like people like Shamana, Amai. There's a few other people, like there's so many I'd like to name, but like really, it's like I listened to all their music and I was like, there's something missing. So I was like, I want to try to start my own shit. So.
And I want to know about Australian trap. Is it?
Yeah, that doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
Really, it's really bad. Like Australian. Like
not even commercial trap.
Like still doesn't exist because like the Australian accent when you rap is just like so bad.
Okay.
It just doesn't. It doesn't work.
I mean, in Slovenia, trap didn't really come along until like 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
It was really an echo from the other side of the ocean. But today we have quite a lively scene. Also, the boys that are hosting you
of course.
are one of the youngest doing it. And so you say there's no scene in
not in.
Australia.
It's really small. Like I'm trying to talk to people to try and start something up when I go back and visit one, but it's really like non-existent at the moment. But we'll see what happens.
But you found your listeners and collaborations on the internet, right?
All on the internet. Yeah.
And how do you find people? How do you?
Mainly, it's just like just a lot of messaging and DMing people on different platforms. That's really all it is. Like people ask like, how do you grow quickly? Like that's it. It's just trying to have like a good output quality ratio and then just be active on all platforms.
And how do you look for collaborations?
Just like music that I'm can take something from or like learn something from. Like, well, that person's better at that than me, so I like try and learn off them a little bit.
And do you how do you pick your MCs? Do you pick them, or do you just send? Beats?
At the moment, it's sort of, I've got a few like that I start to work with on the regular more now, but before it was just like trying to find someone that would just rap on your stuff, because like it's really hard, someone starting out, to get someone to take you seriously. I think that's the big thing. You really just got to take a lot of losses at first to like try and get someone to like actually like appreciate your music and start working with you. Yeah.
And then, but you also like you're hyper productive. You like make
like
2
I tried.
beats per.
Yeah, like I try and make 3 a day, but I've been sick the last week, so I've been a bit slacking a little bit. But
Does the quality like is the quality reduced because of the quantity, or do you feel it doesn't?
I think that sometimes you get creatively burned out sometimes, but other than that, you try not to like you. I think you get better at not overthinking it. I think if you just try and have the elements that you need for a rapper to do his thing on it, because at the end of the day, that's sort of like I want to have my production, but with people on it. Like that's like sort of the main goal. So
I was thinking about, I mean, in the old school days and in the past, it was a lot of hip hop and trap and early trap at least. Was focused on people that hung out together, that were friends, and with internet moving in, with
it's crazy.
It's you don't actually make music with your friends. Do you find that positive, or?
I find that to be like a little bit of a negative, because like it would be so much more productive if everybody was in the same place. But also it means that you can do things whilst doing other things, because I can still do my thing that I do full time, and then I can just go home and just make things with people that I would like haven't even met yet. Like I met these guys, but
over the end, right? Yeah. And does the music like represent like an exit from the football world?
Definitely. It definitely helps me. Like it helps me like relax from football. Like instead of thinking about football 24/7, it's a really good switch off, and it really like it just focuses on a different part of your brain. So it just really, I find it just a nice little match. Like
I find it really interesting that a footballer is making trap beats. I mean, it's like really great.
It's like when I started out, I didn't really want to advertise that I was like doing it, so I just kept it low key. Hence the alias thing. So that's sort of the way I want to go about it. So just keep doing my own thing, just keep your head down and see what happens.
Do you have any, I mean, are you on a label? Do you have anything like that?
Nothing at the moment, but
how about releases? I mean, by yourself?
Yeah, like I've been working on like an album with like all rappers that I've been like working with over the past month or so, but I don't have any dates when it's going to come out, because I'm still trying to get so many more beats out at the same time. I can't work on both at the same time. So I'm trying to like just delay it for a little bit longer, but hopefully sometime start next year.
Okay, sounds great. And how does your process actually look like?
Okay, so,
without the secrets, you can keep the secrets for yourself.
So every time I start making something, it's blank every time. I don't start with anything. I just open it and just go. Like I have no process whatsoever.
For example, you like put in the hats? I
always start with melody.
Okay.
Always, like, because melodies, if you can make a melody, everything else is so much easier. Like for me, drums is second nature, but melody, something I had to learn a lot more than just have decent rhythm.
And then you take it from there, from the melody.
And then just like when you get, say, 8 or 16 bar loop, then you just take it all out and structure the whole song, or structure the beat. And then just like...
How long have you actually been making?
1 year.
1 year?
Only 1
and
year.
You produce that much?
Yeah.
Have you had any tutors? Or
no, zero.
All by yourself?
All YouTube, everything.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
So, what are you planning for tonight?
Tonight we have a big show planned with the Spares Boys.
Are you doing a live set or DJing?
I'm DJing. It's gonna be my first time actually. So
great.
It's gonna be really interesting. I'm excited, but also a little bit nervous. But should be okay. The boys teach me what to do. Just like give me a little rundown. Of got nearly everything set up. Just need to go through a few of the like the controls and stuff.
What's your gear?
I don't even have any gear on me. All I have is my computer, and they brought the gear with them, so I'll use their gear. Like they borrowed some gear for me.
But you'll be playing your own
I'll
stuff.
be playing some of my own stuff, and then some of the stuff that I sort of like to listen to when I'm just or like what I'd imagine would go good in a club.
So we've talked actually about the MCs, but have you ever thought of MCing yourself?
Of course, I've tried rapping. I have a terrible mic, so it doesn't really work out. I've actually just bought some speakers and a microphone that should be coming soon. But I'm also trying to like record my own sounds because I want to try like have something a little bit more unique than just like the sort of generated sounds that everyone uses. But yeah, I've tried it, and it's not for me. I'm gonna stay in my own lane.
Maybe you can work something out with Simon, who's a part of the space crew also.
Yeah.
Maybe even tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're gonna be making a
like
lot of things in the
jam
next couple of days for sure. Definitely.
You'll be staying in the
Yeah, I'm staying with them
Stash,
staying with Stash for a few days until Monday, and then I'm going back to Germany on Tuesday morning or like Monday night.
But you didn't actually describe how did Stash find you, or did you find him?
Actually, Christian found me first,
Christian.
and then like Christian started following my stuff on SoundCloud, and then he's sort of I guess they collectively come together, and then they sort of decided they want to get me to come over here and just meet them and like do a show and hang out and stuff.
That's
It's crazy,
super
right?
great.
For me, it was just like blown away. It's like just if you told me a year ago that I'd be in Slovenia doing a DJ show, I'd be like, nah, get out of here.
I don't think it's if you like work hard enough and if you're also playing football, training every day.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have like this work ethics thing.
Yeah, I think
cleared
that
out, so.
I think that has like a part. It's just like sort of trying to discipline yourself, try not to get distracted too much. But you need to take breaks.
But if it came to like choosing music over football, what would it be?
That's a really tough decision. It's a tough decision. I'd like to keep doing both as long as possible, but if one takes precedence, then I have to go with the one that's really like the one's working out.
Is the greatest,
of course,
biggest.
It's one of the biggest
economies in sport.
Yes, it is. So I'll probably try to stick with both, but we'll see what happens.
How do you choose names for your songs? They're really all over the place.
They are all over the place. Yeah, I just export it and I'm like, what's it going to be? Whatever comes to my mind. I don't have any creative process whatsoever. I just think, and normally I always use like I sort of have the meme concept going, where like my pictures are always relating to my titles a little bit. They're sort of funny. They don't make sense. It's just a bit of fun. But the music, it sort of speaks for itself. It doesn't really matter like what the titles and stuff are. So as long as the music's good, then it doesn't matter.
Have you listened to any Slovenian trap except for
Slovenian actual mainstream trap? No, I haven't. But I've listened to like the boys' stuff, but I haven't listened to anything other than theirs, to be honest.
Yeah, but we can talk about. I wanted to talk about commercial trap, or like how do you feel that trap has worked out?
I think it's like we're reaching a point when it's like there's nowhere to go with trap anymore. Like there's like a few sounds.
Conventional trap.
True, conventional trap. It's like it's hit a point where it's just stale. So I feel like there's like a need for something fresh. Something a little bit just refreshing. Nothing's like there in the mainstream trap yet. That's like. Yeah. It's like, that's cool. It's not really.
I think also that we've reached a point when experimentation is really important.
Yeah, of course. I think sound design is the big thing. Like, I think if you know how to design your own sounds, you're already on your way. Because like that's the big thing. I think when you understand how to do that, then you're on your way to the top. To be honest, that's the hard thing.
So we can expect a lot of distortion, a lot of.
Yeah, well, I
tonight?
mean, of course, we spent a lot of bass. I mean, I love hard bass. Like some people that I used to listen to, I was just like, one of the things I want to do is just have hard bass. That was like I've got to have bass like this guy. So.
Have you already been to the venue?
No, I haven't.
You'll see, it's full of bass.
Yeah, I'm glad. Hopefully my ears ring when some of the songs play.
Definitely.
That's good.
So, thank you, Jandy, for visiting us. Thank you for this
Thank you for having
interview.
me. It was
Of
beautiful.
course,
It's great.
it's a pleasure.
Come back next time for sure.
Definitely, I would really like that to
Yeah.
see where are you in the football and in the music world.
Yes, it's super interesting. Another year or even half a year, come back again.
Yeah,
see what's going
that
on.
would be really
Yeah,
great.
for sure.
Torej, izvedeli ste, kdo je Jandy, kako zelo poseben glasbenik v bistvu je. Lepo povabljeni na današnji party, na katerem ga lahko ujamete skupaj s Space ekipo, bolj natančno s Kalužo 8, Čimijem, Pinto, Junkerjem, tudi Simon Wells, ki sicer ni v Spaceu, bo primaknil svoj setič, Vijaya bo Kasi. Tale pogovor je tehnično izvedla Luna, z vami sem bil Dušan, za konec pa prisluhnimo še enemu Jandyjevemu komadu, Respect That of the Female Gender. Čau.